Hi everyone. Carpal tunnel syndrome is a condition that can affect everything in life. Even on the most beautiful of days where you'd love to throw your hands up to worship the warm sun, you don't want to because of a bad sleep the night before, combined with wrist pain or numbness, even tingling in the hands or fingers. Imagine you want to start a new business, a small business that involves intense work with your hands, I don't know, an eatery, a food booth, and how much struggle that may create every day. Maybe this sounds familiar. Medications don't work, and the fear is starting to kick in because the doctors have said that surgery is the only true answer. And hey, I don't blame you. I mean, who really wants to go under the knife? You're unfortunately in good company. Roughly 5 million Canadians, according to Stats Canada, have what's considered pain and are suffering from repetitive strain injuries. WebMD.com and MayoClinic.org, they both refer to carpal tunnel syndrome as numbness, tingling, or other symptoms in the arm or hand, most often related to pressure on the median nerve, as you can see here in the picture. Now there's references to other conditions that influence it, activities to avoid, and ways to prevent it on these sites and other sites, but there isn't an abundance of seeking or solving the cause. And I've seen hundreds of carpal tunnel or numbness and tingling sufferers leave my office pain-free after we accurately determined the root cause. Okay, but first, let's look at some possible contributing factors you can address yourselves. So, weak forearms. Now, most people spend many hours, a day in a strenuous posture keyboard position like this. And when you're sitting and just typing, there's a lack of dynamic motion. It makes everything shut down. And when we think we want to stretch, but there's in fact more benefit to be derived from strengthening. So there's multiple options you can use to strengthen both sides of your forearm on a daily basis. You can use a soup can and roll your arm up and down. You can use a squeezy stress ball, anything firm to challenge you. There are also devices for squeezing and spreading your fingers apart. You might feel some tension as you work through this, so just push through that, you'll be okay. Posture, number 2. When your head is flexed forward for long periods of time, like playing on your smartphone, the spinal cord gets stretched and the nerves in your lower neck, they're under tension. Now this is especially the case while you're doing this in bed, with your head propped forward in a pillow. It's like doing this all the time. It's not okay. Your mom always said sit up straight. She's still right. It's no better with a book or television. Lying in bed and propping yourself up isn't great. Tell me someone who's never had tension or tightness between their shoulder blades or the top of their shoulders. Again, when sitting most of the day, got a hunch position, that's the local source where you're going to get the nerve signals that go to your arms and hands get interfered with. Now, massage may be great, but you might only get temporary relief through a registered massage therapist. If that's the case, the muscles may not be the root issue. Potentially the most common cause is spinal. Now take a close look. The nerves in your wrists and hands, they go through your neck and down through the shoulder and go all the way out to the tips of the fingers. And again, most people may have had shoulder tension in this area, may have had worse things go on. You've got stress, you've got little bits of trauma that might occur, and the nerves that actually end up in your wrist and fingers get blocked, crushed, or pressed on. And this is most often the accurate source of carpal tunnel issues. But let me guess, you're just learning this fact for the first time and you're wondering, why did no one tell me? Great question. One problem, the connection between the nerves in your wrist and the nerve roots of the spine, it's generally an overlooked entity in the medical profession. And don't get me wrong, I'm intrigued by medical marvels like everyone else, but the fact that your brain controls everything in your body, however straightforward and logical, isn't discussed on a regular basis in a medical environment. Now, a study in the Lancet Journal also showed that up to 75% of carpal tunnel patients also had a nerve problem in their neck. The proof is there. Now, this could be why so many surgeries fail. Imagine that you have surgery, they've scraped around, they've dug around your wrists, and years later, you're in the exact same place you started off with. Sometimes surgery is the only option, but it should be the last resort. Now, it's great too that there's multiple scientific studies. They've proven that chiropractic has been helping people with carpal tunnel be pain-free. There was one study with chiropractic care that said there was significant improvement in perceived comfort and function, nerve conduction, and finger sensation overall. Another study concluded that a significant increase in grip strength and normalization of motor and sensory latencies were noted, and that orthopedic tests were negative, symptoms dissipated. And it's nice to have these studies to back up what we see in our practice almost every single day. But again, perhaps frustrating that you didn't get to know this earlier. So please, check your wrists, check your arms, check your posture, check your upper back, and overall, don't forget to check your neck. Until next time.